Good evening to the students of the SLW670. You are welcome to my online class today. Anyone can unmute and read what I posted on the screen. Participants, anyone can unmute and read what I posted on the screen. Okay, let me read it. Welcome to the students of the SLW670 for my online class. That is the 14th February 2023, 9:10 p.m. to 10 p.m. Intellectual property law and copyright matters in Tanzania. And the course coordinator is Professor Dr. Mohammed Saheb Hussain, Professor of Law, School of Law, South Mwanza, Tanzania, East Africa. Yes, without wasting the time, let me go to our study is concerned. And if you happen to see the syllabus, yes, we are at the 2.5 copyright, production of the copyright, the disparity between the law and practice, how it would be there. And we are dealing this thing in the today class. And it goes with the artistic work also. And we will come across the right of the performance also in it. So, participants, are you hearing me? Say yes. Okay, now intellectual property law and copyright matters in Tanzania. The legal department is developed by the 19 July 2021 Africa Intellectual Property. In our latest update, we discussed the concept of the copyright duration, authors, and the law that governs the copyright matters in the mainland of Tanzania. So the legislation says the copyright and related matters in the mainland Tanzania are governed by the Copyright and Neighboring Right Act. This is an act, and this act principally applies the following. So what are the following things would be covered in this act in the Tanzania mainland? Works of the Tanzanian authors. If any work, a book, artistic things of a Tanzanian authors, works first published in the mainland Tanzania, which is published in the mainland Tanzania, audiovisual works produced by the resident producers. If the resident producers have produced the audiovisual works, yes, it will also be copyrighted under this act. And works of the architecture and other artistic works incorporated in a building or a structure in Tanzania. So, any architecture sketch or artistic works incorporated in a building or a structure in Tanzania also covered under the Copyright and Neighboring Rights Act. The Act offers the protection to performance to the extent that such performances are made by Tanzanian nationals. If any other things performed by the Tanzanians regarding the literary work which took place in Tanzania, the Act also affords the protection to performance that are fixed in a phonograms, audiovisual forms, or embodied in a broadcast in any form mode, either in a compact disc broadcast or a audiovisual form is there. The performance made by the residents of Tanzania will be protected under the Copyright Act, that is the Copyright and Neighboring Right Act. The Act protects unpublished works and works first published in a foreign country by foreign authors who are residents in that foreign country. Even such things also be protected. Yes, Timothy, karibu sana. This protection, however, is subject to the reciprocation of the similar protection by the foreign country to nationals and the residents of Tanzania for their unpublished work or works published in Tanzania. So expression of foreign folklore are also governed by the Act, subject to the reciprocal protection. See, even the foreign folklore are also governed by the Act, subject to the reciprocal protection. If the folklore will be protected, and we also protect the folklore of the foreign country. That is nothing but reverence. Give respect and take respect. That we studied in the private international law comity theory. Timothy, did you study the comity theory? in the private international law? Sir, I did not take that option. Say, speak.
Pardon, please.
Did you study private international law in your undergraduate studies?
No. No, sir.
There is a private international law is there in the south under the undergraduate studies.
I didn't study it.
Where did you study? LLB.
I didn't study private.
I asked the plain question, where do you study LLB? Where you have completed your undergraduate LLB?
Sir,
Answer
I didn't
me.
listen you well. I didn't get you well, sir.
Simple question I am asking you. Where did you complete your undergraduate LLB?
Okay, 2006.
I said not year. Did I ask the year? Where did you complete it?
You asked
Means
me
in
when I
which
completed my.
university, which college you studied the LLB?
Okay. Okay, Open University of Tanzania.
There is no private international law there.
There is international, the private international, but I didn't opt it.
Okay, doesn't matter. In the private international law, there is a comity theory is there. COMITY, comity theory. The comity theory says, I respect your country judgment and you respect my country judgment. Is it clear?
Yes.
In the same manner, I protect your folklore and you protect our folklore. What is meant by folklore? Folklore. Folklore. Did you know what is meant by folklore? Here I am highlighted. See, check it here. My cursor, you check. What it means.
Okay.
If you don't know, say pass on. If you know, you give me the answer.
About folk it means it deals with traditional matters.
Folklore means traditional songs, classical songs,
Yes.
clown songs, Bantu songs, Masai songs, Meru songs. Is it clear?
Yes.
So here they said, I reciprocation of the similar production. This production, however, is subject to the reciprocation of the similar production by the foreign country to the nationals and the residents of Tanzania for their unpublished work or works of published in Tanzania. Expression of the foreign folklore is also governed by the act subject to the reciprocal protection. That means we respect your folklore of your country and you respect my folklore of the country and protect it. That is the meaning. Is it clear? See here,
Yes.
production of the artistic work, production of the expression of the folklore. Did you see? Did you see here? Say yes or no.
Yes, yes.
Read this one.
Protection of expression of folklore,
And
protection for artistic and right performance.
protection of the
Jurisprudence
artistic
developed by
works
court.
and right performers and the jurisprudence developed by the court. The jurisprudence developed by the court is you respect our folklore, you respect our artistic work and the right of performance, and we also respect or reciprocate your protection. That is the thing which is said here. The expression of folklore are also governed by the act, subject to the reciprocal protection. Reciprocal means you respect my folklore and I respect your folklore. You respect, you give the protection to our folklore and we give the protection to your folklore. So that act is bound by the international convention that governs the matter, such as the expression of the folklore, performance, phonograms, and broadcast. What is the difference between a broadcast and telecast? I repeat the question. What is the difference between broadcast and telecast? See here I wrote broadcast, which I highlighted. If you don't know, say pass on.
Passer.
Broadcast means radio announcement is called broadcast. I repeat, radio announcement is called broadcast. Telecast means television casting is called telecast. Repeat.
Broadcast, which includes
Not includes. Broadcast means radio transmission. Say.
okay.
Say.
Radio transmissions,
Is called.
broadcasts.
Then what about the telecast?
What about
Telecast. Say pass on.
passer?
Telecast means television transmission. Repeat.
Okay.
Repeat.
Television transmission.
Say full. Telecast means.
Telecast means television transmission.
Now you know the difference between a broadcast and telecast.
Yes, I know now.
Yes, see, give me the effect. Which is having the more effect? Telecast is having the more effect, or the broadcast is having the more effect?
They have more effect, but it depends how it's transmitted.
Which one?
So I say it depends. It might be through broadcast or through that.
The best method of understanding is broadcast or telecast.
Yeah.
Give me the answer. I give the two options.
To me, I think I know it. Let's say maybe now is broadcast.
Which is having a good impact? Telecast or or broadcast?
I think for that time it's Derikasa, because many people that now are having a TV, so it is
Don't give me
very
the
widespread.
beat around the bush. Give me that straight answer.
Derikasa,
Yes?
Derikasa,
Telecast having the good impact because, say because,
because
uh, say, fill the blank.
Derikasa had more impact because
Fill the blank. Fill the word. Because
because
telecast is audio visual and broadcast
uh,
is only audio. Say,
broadcast is audio.
then telecast is
Yes.
audio and visual. You can hear, you can see.
Okay.
In broadcast, could you see? Could you see in broadcast?
Yeah, I'm just looking in black broadcast. I didn't see on black now.
Broadcast
I'm just
means
looking.
in the radio, you could not see who is speaking, but you could hear the voice. Am I right?
Yes.
In the telecast, you can see the who is speaking as well as you could hear what she is speaking also. Is it clear?
Yes.
Then you tell me which is having the more impact.
Delicate has more
Why?
impact because you can see and also you can listen it.
In Sharabaro language, it is audio and visual. Say,
Okay. It is audio vision.
in Sharabaro language,
It is audio vision.
I appreciate. At least you could know what is the distinction between a broadcast and telecast. Okay, now further we'll
Yes.
see. However, the Tanzania must be a party to such a convention for them to apply under the act. And for example, Tanzania is a party to the 8086 Berne Convention for the production of the literary and artistic work that is called the Berne Convention. The Berne Convention became a operation in Tanzania on 25th July 1994. Where do you use this Berne Convention in your dissertation? I repeat the question. Where do you use this Berne Convention in your LLB? Did you write the LLB report project?
Yes. Yeah, I'm just on the proposal.
I am speaking about the LLB, not LLM.
Yeah, okay, on LB, yes. This will be on, I think, on certification.
Where do you mention this Berne Convention?
On certification.
Not certification, in copyright.
Okay.
There you can mention the work which is produced by the author is not submitted anywhere. It is the original work author, and according to the Berne Conventions, nobody could have to extract the work without the permission of a author and the university south. Is it clear?
Yes.
So that is the artistic work of the person, the copyright, and till 50 years. Of course, we'll see it now. How many years we can protect it. So the Berne Convention became the operation in the Tanzania on 25th July 1994 and copyright and authors. The Act defines the copyright as the sole legal right to print, publish, perform, film, or record a literary, artistic, or musical work. All the things covered under the Act. What are that? Either you can print, publish, perform, film, record a literary work, artistic work, musical work. The author is simply defined under the Act as a natural person who creates the work. Author of the original literary and artistic works are protected under this Act by the sole fact of them being the creator of such a work. Some of the literary and artistic work referred include: number 1, works of the Tanzanian authors; 2, works of the first published in the mainland Tanzania; 3, audiovisual works produced by the resident producer; 4, and works, architectures, and other artistic works incorporated to a building or a structure in Tanzania; and computer programs, musical works, cinematographic work, work of a drawing, painting, and architecture, photographic work. They all are protected under the Copyright and Neighboring Act. They say works of a Tanzanian author. They said, I am not a Tanzanian author, but my work cannot be protected here.
Yes.
What is?
Yeah, in Tanzania, I mean, it is protected.
Why? I am not a Tanzanian.
Yeah, even you, Tanzania, if you produce your work and you had registered, so it is protected under COSATA.
Reciprocal protection under the international instruments are concerned. You respect my protection, we respect your protection. But I am a resident of Tanzania, though not I am a citizen of Tanzania. I wrote the 3 books. I have the copyright because the publisher has entered in the Copyright Act. No one can publish from my book. Do you know how many books I wrote?
I don't know.
You type in the Google search engine, you will come to know.
Okay.
So, even you are a resident of Tanzania is enough, even you are a foreigner is enough, because you produce the artistic work here, you produce the mind-blowing work over here, intellectual property work over here, hence that should be protected. So the musical works, cinematographic works, works of the drawing, painting, and architecture, even a photographic works also protected. Then economic and the moral rights of the author. What is the economic and moral rights of the author? Authors of the work subject to the copyright protection are assigned economic and the moral rights of their author. For moral rights, an author is entitled to claim the authorship and indication of his or her work, except where the work is included by means of the photography, sound or visual recording or broadcasting or distribution by cable. The author also has the right to object, seek relief from the distribution, mutilation, modification, and any other derogatory action of his or her work, whether such a action should be prejudice his or honorable reputation. No one can use the work of a author without the consent of the author as well as the publisher. Okay, if he has used the work for students' benefit, not for the commercial purpose, yes, you can do so, but not for the commercial purpose. Is it clear?
Yes.
On the other hand, authors are entitled to the following economic rights: reproduction of the work, yes; distribution of the work, yes; rental of the original copy of the audiovisual work, or sound recording, or computer programming. They can give the license, they can take the money and give the permission to use the work. And database and musical work, yes, they can do so. Public exhibition of the work, they can display, yes, you can display my works, I am giving the permission, but you are not copying anything from there, merely by displaying. Translation of the work? No. You cannot translate our work without our permission. Adoption of the work? Cannot. No. Public performance of the work? You cannot. Other communication the public of the work? Okay, you can communicate it. Subject, you should not be for the commercial purposes. Importation of the copies of the work? You cannot import the copies. Okay, import it, but only to sell, not to copy. Are you following me?
Yes.
So author and authors are entitled to following economic rights. Yes, they can have the right. Nobody could produce the work without the consent of him. Okay, you can use for the public student circulation. Okay. It is not for the commercial purpose. So copyright duration is generally the production of the right of the author is covered during the lifetime of the author and 50 years. After your death, how many years copyright is there?
50 years.
50 years after the author's death. That act also specifically covers the duration of the production of the author's right on a case-by-case basis as showcased below. A work of the joint authorship, the life of the surviving author, and 50 years after the author's death. Suppose the two authors are there. One author is died. Then the other author is alive. And other author alive plus dead 50 years counted. Not the first author. Is it clear?
Yes.
And a work published anonymously or under a pseudonym 50 years from the date which the work has either made or first made available to the public or first published, whichever date is latest. Sometimes people will not reveal the work. They say pseudonym. They hide the work. But even the hiding the name of a person also, it is up to the 50 years from the date which the work was either made first or made available to the public. From the date it has come under the anonymous, from the date it is the 50 years, not from the date of the author. Because author did not reveal the name here. Is it clear?
Yes.
Then audiovisual work. 50 years from the date the work was either made or first made available to the public or first published, whichever date is latest. Even it is also 50 years from the date of the work. I say from the date of the work, not the death of the author. Is it clear?
Yes.
So a work of applied, that is artwork is 25 years from the making of the work. If the art is concerned, it is for the 25 years. What is meant by art? If you know it, you tell me. If you don't know it, say pass on.
Pardon?
What is meant by art? Here I have given.
But what the mean by with art? Artist?
Yes, artist. What it means?
The work of artists like music, poems.
Music is didn't cover in the arts. See, I already gave the music above. Audio visual also I gave. Painting.
Painting, drawing.
Such as sketch, scenery. So work of applied art, 25 years from the making of the art. I said 25 years for making the art, but I did not say the death of the author and 25 years. Or death of a creator and 25 years. Is it clear?
Yes.
But in the artistic work, in the books, authors, death of a person plus 50 years. Suppose co-author is there, first author is died, second author is still alive. Then till the second author dies plus 50 years later, it comes in the public domain. Is it clear? When it comes in the public domain, you need not to take permission of the author. because protection is no more available over there. If it is extended naturally, then people doesn't know it should be carried out. If it not carried out, we don't know who is the father of the nation of the Tanzania also. The other generation will not know it. Am I right?
Yes.
If the Mwalimu birthday or the death day or programs will not be conducted or broadcasted or telecasted, the new generation doesn't know who is Mwalimu. So that is the reason we commemorate the great personality days, either the birthday or the death day, so that the culture will be continued. Is it clear?
Yes.
Is there anybody in Tanzania who doesn't know Mwalimu?
Everyone know about Mwalimu.
Except children may not know it. If they are very much less in
Maybe a chip.
age. But everybody knows who is Mwalimu. And every foreigner knows who is Mwalimu. Because the airport name is please speak. Timothy. Magufuli Airport. Is it? What is the Tanzania airport, international airport name? Mungu najua, say.
Yes, I know it.
I say.
Tanzania Airport.
Pole sana. I said airport name is.
I didn't understand the question, sir.
I asked the question. When you did not understand the question, why you don't ask me to repeat it? What is the airport of Tanzania name?
Okay. So
Pass on.
maybe to my JK Nyerere Airport at Dar es Salaam.
Julius Kambarage Narere, of course, Julius K. Narere International Airport.
Yes.
Have you seen the airport name anytime? Sir, I saw in the photo. How many terminals are there?
I don't know the terminal.
The old one is called Terminal 2. The new one is called Terminal 1, if I not be mistaken. All international flights comes to the new airport, new terminal, and domestic goes to the old terminal.
Okay.
Still 5 minutes are there. So, today we have covered the copyright, how the production will be available to the books and authors, how musical and cinematographic or art, how many years the production will be given, and the expression of the folklore, a reciprocal would be there under the act, and the production of the artistic work and the right of the creator is concerned. Yes, it is mentioned in the Copyright and Neighbors Act. and that jurisprudence developed by the court, if anyone has violated the things, and he will be punished according to the act, if it the wrong doer is Tanzanian, if it is a foreigner would be there, then as per the international instruments are concerned, every right would be protected. Then if you made the breach, the private international law come into the picture, which law could be applied, and the judgment will be given in such a manner, and this judgment will be recognized and executed in another country because of comity theory. We respect your judgment and you respect our judgment. It is the human nature, and no one could be enrich himself at the cost of the others. Even though judgment is given in Tanzania, it can be enforced in Kenya because of comity theory. If the Kenya will not give the respect to the judgment of the Tanzania, then Tanzania also will not give respect to the Kenyan judgment. Is it clear?
Yes.
And there is an act is there. Under the act, at least 11 countries are there where the reciprocal recognition and enforcement of the judgment is there. But in addition to that, there are many countries they supply the goods like China, India, Australia, Thailand, Malaysia. These are the goods will be supplied to the Tanzania. And most of the export are China and India. The most of the goods. Of course, sometimes the goods comes from the Dubai also. But Dubai will not manufacture it. It comes from the other country. Am I right?
Yes.
So, these are the protections will be given. So, next class we will see the dispute settlement and the institutional framework in the intellectual property. That is how the institutional framework is there, how the patent disputes will be resolved, how the trademark would be resolved, how the copyright dispute will be resolved. If you see the local and the same applicable to the international also. Because in international law, we follow the municipal law. Because the two parties are from the different nations. Is it clear?
Yes.
When the two parties are from the different nations, as per the instrument is concerned, yes, they are binding. So a court having the jurisdiction where the breach has occurred, that municipal law can be applied over there. That is the jurisprudence in resolving the dispute among or between the other states are concerned, in the form of the patent disputes, in the form of the trademark disputes, in the form of the
Tubariki watoto Tanzania na watu wake. Ibariki Tanzania, ibariki Tanzania, tubariki watoto wa Tanzania.
Sikiliza mimi darasa, asante sana na shukuru sana. Mungu akubariki na kukulinda.